Hello, guys. Hello, sorry, I'm back. For those who already came on this live, and then this live was cut short because I had to take a few things, but I'm done now, so I decided to come back and continue this live. I know no one has joined yet, so I'm talking to myself at the moment. Hi, Riri. Sorry, I'm back. I had to cut short the previous live because I was busy with something. But I'm back now. How are you? Okay, I think I've already spoken to you. But anyway, I have few points. I'm gonna wait and see if few more people join, and then I'll get chatting with. I'll start the topics I was going to talk about. I've stressed this numerous times, so just return it with a return. You subscribe, thank you very much. Babe. Listen. Wait. What are you doing? Papa.
Voicemail. I'm sorry, but the person you called is not available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1. Sorry, but I couldn't hear anything. Please re-record your message after the tone.
Hello, guys. Welcome. There you go. You can see me properly now. How are you? Okay, so I was going to talk about this. When a couple decide, I say husband and wife, they have children and they decide the husband is going to go to work and make all the money for the family, and then the wife is going to take care of everything else. Why don't you just need to keep her, don't let her out of your sight.
I locked the door, she opened it.
No, keep it in bed next to you.
Come on.
Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, so the husband decided he's gonna be the breadwinner and he's gonna work and make all the money for the family, and then the wife is gonna be the one taking care of the rest of the things in the house. So taking care of the house, taking care of the children, and taking care of her husband. So between the two individuals, who has more work? And that means no one does anyone else's job. So the husband doesn't, or apart from working, going to work and making the money, making a living for the whole family, he doesn't do anything else. He doesn't help out at home with any house chores or anything like that. um and the wife obviously does everything else apart from making money. So everyone stay in their own jobs, like in their own um jobs like that. So who has more work? Whose job is more demanding? Who has more tasks? I think they're both working hard. They're both working very hard and they both must be very tired. But I feel like one of them has more work to do. And I think that's the wife who has more work to do. And the only reason that she has it harder is because she's tackling three different things. So she's taking care of the house, which involves cleaning, cleaning the whole house on daily, every day. Um, Not just cleaning her own mess, but cleaning the children's mess, the husband's mess, her own mess, if they have pets mess. Um, and apart from cleaning, so that's the whole house, outside the house, apart from that, which she has to do every day, she also has a lot of organizing to do, like clothes, laundry days, washing the laundry, the clothes, ironing them, everyone's clothes, not just their own clothes, washing every single person in the house clothes, her own clothes, the children's clothes, her husband's clothes, drying them, ironing them, putting them away in the wardrobes nice and neat and tidy. Okay, apart from that, she also has cooking to do, making meals, morning breakfast for everyone, um, dinners for everyone, evening meals for everyone. Okay, and then washing the dishes and organizing the kitchen. And then apart from that, so there's a lot, just taking care of a house alone, where there are multiple people living in it. Everyone is making their own mess. So she's taking care of all that. So forget the house. Now comes the children. Obviously, taking care of the children, making sure they clean, they're well fed, they are going. If they go to school, they're going to school. Um, the clothes, the activities, the homework, um, all that, and then and then every other demands, like, especially say the children are young, they are you need to pay a lot of attention to them, attending to their every need at any time, day or night. Okay, appointments for the children, for herself, all these things, running around doing shopping for the house, replenishing the stocks, food in the house, making sure, budgeting the household money, making sure they have enough for everything, for food. They have enough for food. They have enough for if the children need new clothes, new shoes, and children grow out of clothes and shoes very fast because they're growing. All these things she has to do, and it's every day, and that's okay. And also, obviously, she has to look after, take care of her spouse, her husband, and take care of herself. No, don't forget herself as well. Now, all these things are fine because the husband is working hard as well. He's making the money. He's very stressed from his job, probably, because now he has to work for. He's trying to make two incomes instead of just one. It's hard enough to make one income, so never mind if you have to work to make two incomes, so that the whole household is taken care of financially. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of pressure, and stress. So yes, the husband is working hard as well. But the thing is, while the husband is out working outside the house, at least he can have breaks. He has times when he takes breaks, maybe a few times a day during working hours. And he could take, let's say, he has like a 1 hour break. In that 1 hour, that's his own time. He can do whatever he needs to do. He can try and relax and have a cup of tea or read something and just try and take his mind off work for a little bit and refresh his head. So he's got his all 1 hour just to himself to do that. And then later on, he might have another break. So he might have few breaks during working hours just to refresh his head, to recharge his batteries, and so he can relax and then think clearly again. But the wife who's at home with the kids and the house and the activities and the shopping and the cooking and the cleaning, um, doesn't have that break time because hello everyone, I see you guys joining. Just in case I haven't said hello to you, I'm saying hello. I have not forgotten you guys. I just thought I'll focus on the um I was just having a chat, talking about things I thought I was going to talk about, and so. But anyway, thank you so much for joining, and hello. So anyway, I'm just saying. So the wife at home, she was also working hard, but she doesn't get breaks like you would get breaks if you were at work outside the house. If you're working outside the house. So if let's say the wife at home decides to take 1 hour break just for herself where she does nothing but just that's her own time, to catch up with herself, to recharge her own batteries. Now that's not possible because if she has the kids with her in the house or she's taking them out, say for their own outlet, maybe after school activities or just any other activities, as long as she has kids with her, she can't just take break. Your phone is low? Okay. She can't just take a break because that 1 hour of a break, she still has to look out for the kids. She still have to make sure that the kids are fine. She's still looking after the children, you know what I mean? So it's not really a break. So that's the only difference, I think. They're both working hard in their own roles. The only difference is the one who's working at home, not making an income, but looking after the home and the family, everything. That one doesn't get breaks. So the job is full on and it's non-stop. The only break she gets is when she goes to bed. That's the only time she gets any break. And even when she goes to bed, um if the children are up or they're not feeling well or they just can't sleep, she has to stay up as well to make sure that the children are fine and they're happy. um so sometimes you don't get breaks during the day and you don't get breaks during the night, and you can't wake up your husband to help you with the children at night because he needs to sleep so he can get enough rest because he has work tomorrow morning. So there's no point disturbing him, keeping him up at night with the kids when you're not going to work in the morning. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. That's why I said the one who has it harder is the one who is not working but taking care of everything else at home. Just because you don't get much break, to be honest. Okay, especially with little children, wherever you go, they follow you, and rightfully so because they need you all the time, and you're supposed to pay attention to them all the time. Well, anyway, so that's the other point I had. Another point is, let me just bring it up. Hello, hello, hello. Mhm. Video. What do you mean? You said video. What do you mean? I'm trying to find the first video I ever posted on YouTube. See if I remember what I said, what I wrote or said. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it. So, guys, that's what I was saying before. You know, this is mainly like I'm just saying like the job of if you are a stay-at-home parent, it's not easy. It's very hard. Because you don't get breaks like you would if you were working. If you're working mom, 2026 and 25. What do you mean, really? What's that? 2026, 2025? Yeah. So working moms and or working dads are a bit like part-time parents. So if you are working and you're a parent, you are looking after your kids part-time. Would you agree? Because you only look after them when after work. So if you're spending a certain number of hours at work, you're not with your kids, obviously. Therefore, and then when you finish work, that's when you get to be with them. So that's not full-time parenting, is it? That's part-time. But at the same time, even if you say you are stay-at-home parents, and when your kids are in school, you're not looking after them, you're not with them in school, are you? So that 6 hours they spend in school, they are spending it without you as the parent. So in a way, that's still part-time. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that because children have to go to school, they have to be educated, and parents have to work, because you have to earn a living. There's nothing wrong with that. The most important thing is the time you have with them, that you're spending with them, it has to be a quality time. A time, every time you're with them after work, after they finish school, you have to make sure that that time you create a lot of good memories with them, and you focus on them and them only, and nothing else. So don't let yourself be distracted by anything. No social media, no phones, no um doing anything else, but just spending time with them. Whatever they're into, whatever they're interested in, do that together with them. Have a lot of laughter and talk to each other about your days. Open up to each other, to your kids. So basically, have quality time with your children when you're not working, when they're not in school, when you're all home. I think that's the most important thing. This message is held for review. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice. Right. Okay. So anyway, let's go. Let's talk about. Let me see if there's another thing. Okay. What is 1 million times 100? 1 million times 1,000. So one person answered, and this is a smart person. This smart person said the answer to 1 million times by 1,000, they say the answer is 1 billion. An average person answered saying the answer is, wait, okay, let me start again. So there's a question, right? There's a question. So someone asked this question. and says you have to answer this question in 2 seconds, in 2 seconds only. Okay. So the first question says 1 million times by 1,000. And these people have to answer the question in 2 seconds. So the smart person answered and said the answer is, let me get to it, 1 billion. That's the answer. And the average person answered, the answer is 1 billion. Now, the person who's the least intelligent said, I don't know. This is actually real money. If you get it right, it's yours. So the new answers are 1 billion. When it comes to money, everybody is a great mathematician. Okay, never mind. Now let me see. Oh, no. I'm just going over my old videos. So, excuse me. Come on, there's so many videos on this channel. Let me find them. I need to make a playlist of all these videos. I think it's time. It's time to make playlists. I need to learn how to make playlists. I'm sure it's not hard. It's easy. Well, I just need to learn. Oh, I love this. You wanna see what I'm doing, guys? I'm going over my old videos. So many, look. See that? I'm not getting to the bottom of it. There's just so many. So many videos. Go, 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 go. Almost there. Then why? You know what? So this guy broke up with his fiance because she forgot to wash his clothes. Now, do you think that's fair? He broke up with his fiance because she forgot to wash his clothes. That's a shame. Only because of one mistake. She forgot to wash his clothes and now he's gone. Bye-bye. Just like that. Feel sorry for her. So what are the red flags for you in a relationship? When it comes to dating, what are the red flags? What do you see as red flags? That things that you think, no, these are deal breakers for me. Now, everyone's red flags are different, of course. But for me, during dating, some of the things that I'll find as red flags would be someone who's too controlling, someone who only cares about themselves, not the other person. Someone who, I don't know, lacks their own space too much and they don't want to share space. Any other red flags during when you're dating? Red flags. Someone who is not family oriented, who is not interested in family, someone who's selfish, someone who's too stingy with money. Yeah, those are the few things. Anyway, let's move to the next one. Would you marry a materialistic woman? And if not, why not? Why would you not marry a materialistic woman? So I think the reason why most people will say no, they wouldn't want to marry a materialistic woman is because they feel they're scared for their pockets. They feel like if you marry a woman who's too materialistic, right? She's gonna empty your pockets. That's just the fact. She's going to empty your pockets because she's gonna be buying so many things, so many different things, using your own money as well. So any plans you might have for your money, forget about those plans because she's going to spend it all on things, just things, and not all of them will be needed or very important or urgent or anything like that. She's just buying them because she likes buying things, she likes nice things, and she likes having them, and you're going to pay for them if you want peace. So yeah, I think that's why most men will say no, no, no to that question. Not because they hate the person, but just what's this? Anyway, let's move to the next question. So, okay, who should pay for dinner on first dates? So you're going on a first date, you've been asked by a guy. The guy wants to take you on a first date. You've been talking, you've been chatting, and now he's asked you to go out on a date. Now it's a dinner date. Who is going to pay for that dinner? Personally, I think anyone can pay between the two of you. You just have to agree who wants to pay. Now, traditionally, it's expected that at least for the first date, it's expected that the guy pays for it, the man, right? At least for that first date, that first dinner, okay? Um, but it doesn't mean a woman can't pay for the first date dinner. If she wants to pay, why not? She can pay. If she has her own money and she wants to pay, oh, you just have to agree, right? It's all about communication. And so she can pay. Personally, that's what I think. I don't know what you guys think. Okay, next. Next. Come on. Let's see. Okay. Don't focus your energy on the wrong things because, come on, because you will get nothing out of it and you'll be too exhausted to start again. So if you're focusing your energy on the wrong things in life, things that don't benefit you in any way or benefit anyone in any way, basically just wasting your time chasing nonsense, and you have no focus on anything tangible, anything, you know, that could turn into something really good. Basically, just wasting, passing time. That's how you live your life. That's waste of time, right? You're focusing your energy on the wrong things. And then by the time you wake up and realize, wait, I need to do this. I need to get my life straight. I need to, you know, do something out of my life. You know what I mean? You'd have wasted a lot of time. Other people would have moved on with their lives, have been working hard trying to achieve this and that, at least trying. And some will be succeeding in whatever they're chasing, whether it's education, they will be far in education, whether it's career, trying to go up the career ladder, they will be high up already because they've been working hard, or whatever passion you have, anything like that, basically. Others like, I don't know, starting families, getting married, you know what I mean, things like that. And you've not been doing any of those things. You just been some, I don't know, just passing time. I don't know, maybe that's what you enjoy doing. That's okay. But one day when you wake up and realize you've done nothing with your life, and you'll be much older by then and maybe too tired or less ambitious to start over, and then you just end up start regretting. Anyway, let's move on to the next. So this husband asked his wife, wait. This husband asked his wife, honey, how can I make you happier? She looks at him and says, give me 1,000 euros or dollars or pounds, I don't mind, every single month, right? And then I'll be happier, right? So that was a response. She just wants money from her husband. Basically, she wants her husband to be paying her. And no, every week, not every month, every week. And then so also for the rest of her life, she wants her husband to pay her every week 1,000 for the rest of her life. So the husband looked at her and he got silence. He didn't say anything else. He just really looked at her with a serious face and was thinking to himself. He was having a deep thought, and he didn't say anything. He just looked away and walked away. Anyway, obviously that looked said everything, because the husband doesn't have that kind of money to give her every month, every week, never, not every month, at least every week. She wants that every week. So, and he knows he can't afford that. And he was just thinking to himself, of all things, you just want money, only money, especially when she knows he doesn't have that much money. I think basically he's trying to tell him, go make more money, please. I want more money. Anyway, let's move. Okay, with this one. Okay, let's talk about this one. Okay. Why is it that parents, especially the ones with younger children, cannot stop bringing up their kids in almost every conversation, right? So parents love talking about their children a lot. Yeah, so 90%, if not more or less, of conversations that parents will be talking about will be about kids, especially when they realize the person they're talking to also has kids around the same age. So the conversation will stop being about the adults. It will start being about the children. And yeah, they love doing these things. There's nothing wrong with that. But it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Right, let's move on to the next question. Okay. So you study hard, get your dream job. You get your dream job just to give it all up to be a stay-at-home mom. This is for moms out there, and you are doing a great job, by the way. So you go to, so this is the thing. Hmm? You go to school, you study hard. They tell you study hard, achieve, get better grades, be at the top of your class. You probably go to a very good school, and you work hard. You get the best grades, and then you do that until you go university. You do the same. You go after the course that you really want. Probably go to a very good university as well, and graduate with the top mark in your class. Then get that job of your dream. The job of your dream that pays you really well. It gives you really good title, you know, and life is good. And then you get married, and then you start having kids, just to realize that you are needed home more than not being at home. So some it's not every mom, but some moms decide to be home to be home because they realize working is just not working out with their home life with the family, and at least one parent needs to be home. So it could be a mom or a dad, any of them can decide, okay, they want to stay home. So they stop working and they stay home to look after the children, to focus more on the children, to be there home more, to help them with homework, to help them with this and that, and not to be tired. Because if you're when you're working and being a parent at the same time, you are normally really tired a lot of times. Um, so some parents, some families, they'll decide it's best for them if one parent is at home with the children and not working, because at least if you're not working, that's another thing. You be hopefully you won't be as tired if you're not going to work and then come home and be a parent, you know. So one parent can focus on the children only, not making money, just on the kids. So she's that parent, he or she's not as tired, and then have the energy for the children, instead of trying to do everything and try to find a balance, which sometimes you can't achieve. Okay. So then you realize, okay, now I'm a stay-at-home parent, and you're thinking, all the hard work I put into studying, all the hard work I put into trying to find my dream job, all the hard work I put into my dream job that I finally found, just to give all of that up and being here at home, spending most of my time with these little people, the children. It's a blessing, by the way, if you are lucky enough to be in a position where you can be home with your kids and concentrate on them, raise them properly, and all that. It's a huge blessing. I'm just saying, some parents look at that and think, so I went to, as all my education and all my career, gave it all up just, to be home. I think when they say that, they're not saying that in a sense that they're complaining. They're just saying that, I don't know. Well, I don't think they're complaining because I think it's a huge blessing. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Mhm. Let's find it. Okay. So the next topic is this. Come on. Hmm. So here's the other one. Here's another one. Okay. Now, why is it that some women pretend to be weak when the men are home, but when the men are away, all of a sudden they are strong and do all the chores in and outside of the house? Can someone please explain this to me? Some women, when the husbands are home, all of a sudden they can't do anything. They want the husbands to do everything. But then when the husbands are at work and they're the ones at home, they do everything. Every single house chores there is to do, they do it all. I don't know. I don't know the answer. But anyway, that happens. Next. Okay, so can you explain what's love? What do you think? What is love? Can you explain love in your own words? How do you understand? What does that really mean when you say love? What does it mean to you? For me, it simply means it's both feelings and actions. That's what love is to me. Feelings and actions. So, first, you feel something in your heart when you see something you love or when you see someone you love. It starts with a feeling in your heart. So you feel you love this thing or you feel you love this person. And then from there, it develops and it develops, the feelings develop into actions. So for this thing that you love, you want to take care of it, you want to look after it. If it's someone, you want to take care of that person, you want to look after that person, you want to do things for them, you want to be there for them. So actions. Okay. Now, when it comes to relationships, hmm, most people appreciate within that relationship. They would appreciate someone who makes time for them, someone who has time for them. So if you're in a relationship, especially the beginning, not just the beginning, at any stage in any relationship, if someone is available for you, if they have time for you, they pay attention to you. And then other than that, this person also helps you with things like if you have a busy schedule, you are very busy with things, whatever it might be, you have a lot of to do, of lots of things to do. They could help, they could ask, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? And they can take the load off you. They help you with all those things until your schedule is cleared. So you do it together and fast, and now you are free. You no longer have too much to do. And then you can enjoy the rest of the time together, hopefully. So this person will be much appreciated in a relationship. Yeah. Let's say you are home and you have a lot, just an example, right? Let's say you have a whole long list of chores that you need to get through. Um, but at the same time, you're not feeling like doing. You're so tired. You rather not do it. You rather do other things. You're finding them boring, but you really must do these chores and finish them, especially that same day. And you're just wishing someone can help you with these things. So if you're in a relationship and your partner comes in and helps you, you know they ask you what is it that you need help with, you tell them this, I've got this and that and that and that to do, and they say okay, that's fine, let's do it together, or they do it for you, and they just, you tick all the boxes, every single thing on the list of to do, the chores that you have to do, they do it all for you, or most of it, and you only have little left to do, or you do it all together. Now this person shows that they care about you, okay, because they're helping you, because this person is helping you, so you'll be more attached to that person. In a sense, you feel more at ease with that person, you feel more love for that person, you know well, anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Oh, that's cute. Cute. What's this? No effect. I don't want effect. You sure that you want to stuff in now? What happened? Oh my gosh. Effects, no. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. What would make people's lives easier no matter your situation? What do you think? Because sometimes life is not easy, right? So what would make people's lives easier no matter your situation? Personally, I don't know. But some people think love would make people's lives easier. So if people have more love for one another, people make an effort to care about other people, to be there for other people. It's not always easy to achieve, especially when everyone is busy, when everyone has a lot to do. But every now and then, if you can make an effort to check on other people and to be there for them if you can, sometimes it means you have to stop doing your things that you yourself have to do and no one else can do for you, only you. So sometimes you just have to pause them for a little bit so you can be there for someone else. So I think that will make people's lives easier. But maybe there are other answers to this question. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And by the way, it's not always easy to achieve this. It's not always easy. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Okay, when you have had enough of something, you simply don't care anymore. When you've had enough of something, you simply don't care anymore. So basically, I think this means um let's put this into an example. For example, if you've been working on something for so long, trying to make it work, and let's say, yeah, trying to make it work. It could be a project, it could be anything that you're working on, and you've been putting too much time, too much effort, too much money and energy into this thing you're trying to make into something huge, and it's not working. It's just not working, and you've given it your all, and it's not working at all. And so you just come to a realization when you say, you know what? I know when to stop. In this case, I'm giving up. It's not really giving up because you've done everything you could, everything that can be done. You've done it all. And this thing is just not working. Okay? So maybe that's the time to stop and stop caring about that thing anymore, because at this point you'll be wasting your time if you continue giving it too much of your time and attention and money. It'd be wasting, right? That would be a waste. So I think that's an example I will give this. I will use for this statement. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next. Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hi, how are you? RS. Okay, welcome to this live. I'm just having a chat. So, anyway, so the next point, what's the next point? So, the next point is, what does it mean to be a parent? A parent, what does it mean? Well, okay, so I think it just means to be a parent, it means to love your children more than yourself, and it requires sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your time for them, for their time. You have to sacrifice um your basically it's a lot of time. You have to sacrifice, you have to put a lot of energy into them, which means less energy to yourself. Put a lot of time into helping them develop and grow and be better people, which means less time for yourself. You got to spend on them a lot because you got to feed them, you got to buy them things like clothes and all that. So you're gonna spend a lot of your money on them, which means less money for yourself. um yeah, and the list goes on and on. So that's what I mean by sacrifice, but at the same time, it's the best sacrifice ever. and it's the best sacrifice that you willingly choose to have, because it's extremely rewarding, and it is what's it called? It is a blessing to be a parent, and it's a job taken seriously, that must be taken seriously, because you are raising a whole human being, and you want that human being to be a good adult in society that will contribute good things to the society. So it's a huge responsibility and it's an honor. So it is, I think that's what it means to be a parent. So what does it mean to be a parent? Okay, next. Let's move on. The next point is, what's the toughest challenge you have ever faced? The toughest challenge you have ever faced? I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know. If anyone has an answer to that question, you're welcome to answer it. What's one thing in life that will humble you, or that will humble someone? One thing in life that would humble someone. Hmm. There are many things that could humble someone. I think life itself can humble someone. Life itself, because life is full of, I don't know, waves, a lot of experiences, and um, yeah, I think a lot of things can humble someone. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'll move to the next one. What food or drink could you live without? Give, what food or drink can you live without? I can live without potatoes. I'm not a big fan of potatoes, so I can happily live without potatoes. Okay, drink wise, what drink could you live without? Alcohol. I'm not a big fan of alcohol, so I could live without alcohol. Next. Okay, so this one. Sometimes life can feel heavy and you feel like you are carrying around the weight of the world. Now, when you feel this down, you got to invite Jesus Christ in your life and ask him to carry all for you. Um, because he can take the burden off you, and and you then set you free so you can enjoy your life properly. Amen. Okay, so next. So everybody is different, and it's not good to compare people. Okay, yeah. So comparing people, meaning if this person is doing this, like they're very successful, they're very, you know, they seem like they have their lives put together. And so people from outside will see that this person is perfect. This person has the perfect life. Everything just looks good. Everything that they do is working out for them and everything. So they think this person is perfect, right? And then they look at the another person who's not really doing as well as that other person, and they look like their life is a bit messy. And so they start comparing these two people. They start telling the one who's not doing as well, why can't you be like this other person? Why can't you follow that person as an example or someone who can inspire you? So basically, they're trying to say this other person who's not doing as well need to be exactly like the other person who looks like has a perfect life, right? Now, is that a good thing to do? I don't think that helps Can the person who's successful inspire the one who looks like they're a bit messy? Yes, they can definitely inspire, and you can look up to that person and say, yeah, I admire your the work you put into your success, the way you do things and everything. And it's nice to try that as well, so you can maybe work out for you. But it doesn't mean that person is perfect, right? That person is a completely different person. That person has their own thoughts, process, the way they do things. They are wired differently. It doesn't mean you can't learn from someone. Yes, you can. But just because something works out for someone, it doesn't mean it work out for you too, or it work out for everybody. Some people, for example, they work a lot and they're happy doing that. They just cannot work. They have to work. They have to keep their minds busy all the time. They could spend a lot of hours working because that's just their thing. And other people, they find that a bit boring, and a bit of like you're spending just your life, most of your life, just working. And for them, that's a bit, they don't like that. They want to take a break and do other things in life that are not just work, work, work. It doesn't mean you're not, you work and then you stop and you do other things. Because but then other people, they find anything else boring, right? So this person who finds anything else boring, the only thing in life that excites them is work, 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 right? So this person is gonna be very successful. This person who's always working, 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 and they're doing that because that's their passion. That's what keeps them going. That's what they love doing. They can't imagine themselves doing anything else that's no work, because for then it becomes boring for them. Now this person is going to be very, very successful, maybe financially successful, and the other people will be successful too, but not compared to the other person who's always working. um and that's what I'm saying. Everyone is different. You can't compare people because everyone is wired differently. Just like, let's say you have a topic and you're trying to explain it to someone or to a group of people. You're trying to explain this one thing to, let's say, 6 people, right? Now, do you think all those people will understand the same what you're trying to tell them? Okay. They won't. Some will understand the way you understand it, and others will definitely not understand it the way you understand it, because if they have to explain that same thing back to you, you realize they're talking about something else. Okay. And why? How come? Because you're explaining that same thing exactly the same way, same method, to 6 different people. But some of them understand, others don't. How come? It's because everyone is different. You know, everyone is wired differently. So that's what I mean by you can't compare people. Everyone is different. But anyway, let's move on. Even if you don't have something to give to someone, um, you can always pray for them. Yeah, I think so. You can pray for someone, whether you give them something or nothing. You can always pray for them. Helping and supporting others when you can is important. Yes. Your videos are awesome. I watched your last stream too. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, Samantha. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I'm just having a little chat, and if anyone is interested, they can write comments in, you can write down the comments. I'll be able to see a comment, and I can respond. So anyway, I'm just gonna carry on. And so saying helping and supporting others when you can is important. And why is that important? It's important because we can't be selfish. We can't just think of ourselves all the time. Although most of the times that's what people do. We prioritize ourselves over others. I think that's because people tend to look after themselves first before they can look after someone else. Fine, that makes sense. But at some point, you have to stop and think about others. All right. So, hello, hello, Samantha. How are you? Okay. Right. I'm going to read this in a bit, in a few minutes. It's not easy to find time for others when, oh, this is gone fast. Right. Let me see. I'm going to try to read it first. It's not easy to find time for others when you're barely, okay. Stop. Trying to read this. Okay. Now I'm going to start. It says, it says, it's, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to, honestly, I'm feeling tired now. Very tired. Where is everyone? I think people have, they came and they left. I don't know. I think maybe, yeah, I'm gonna start from here. Thank you. I see that. Thank you so much. Mhm. So this is the one. Thank you. It's not easy. It's not always easy to find time. Why is this not pausing? I'm pausing, it's not working. Right. It's not easy to find time for others. It's not always easy when you barely have time for yourself because of being busy all the time with daily personal duties and responsibilities. Um, but daily personal. Yeah, so but every now and then please try to check on other people in your circle too. That's right. I agree with that. Checking on other people is important. Sorry. Thank you, thank you. I see the love hearts. Mhm. Where's everyone today? There's no people are gone to bed or what? Maybe I need to start going live. Okay, thank you, Samantha. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good night. I need to get comfortable. Sit and get comfortable. This life is dry. There's no one on here. Okay, let's go. Let's do this one as well. Oh, I forgot I had this. That's nice. Life goal. What life goal do I have? Oh, my finger hurts. One goal selected. Is there another one? What happened? Okay. Let me select another one. Save this. I'm trying to go live on TikTok as well. That's if you let me. Will it let me? Anyway, never mind. Go live. Go live. I don't understand how to use TikTok. How to use TikTok? Oh no. Wait a minute. What's this? Live studio. How can I turn this? Not good. Flip. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Out of 5. Hello, Adam. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hi, hi. I'm waiting to see if anyone else will join. I know it's not early, it's a bit late, But let's see what happens. Okay, I see one person has joined. Adam joined. Thank you so much, Adam, for joining. Hmm. Okay. I like that plant there. It looks nice. So today's topic, I actually forgot to write the title of this live. Why did I forget to write a title? I don't think I can write a title now. I've already gone live. What's going on? Oh, messages. People, did I miss something? People are asking to join. Cohort free test over 5 days. That was quick. I didn't even have time to answer that. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello, guys. I see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right. How are
Trying to
you?
win that battle? I'm okay. You wanna run that battle real quick?
A battle. Okay. I've never done a battle before. How do you do that?
You just gotta press accept. I sent it to you. There you go.
Okay.
All right, Chad, here we go. Let's get our 12 dub of the day, Chad. Let's double tap that screen. Jazz, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes, Jazz.
Say hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I see people joining. A lot of people joining. Welcome, welcome.
All
How's
right,
everyone
thank you for the
doing?
like. Thank you for the chill. Y'all drop them roses. Y'all drop them roses. Jazz, appreciate the roses.
Hi, hi. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the dolphin, Jazz. Thank you for the dolphin.
How's everyone doing today? Just listen. Yes, yes, I remember you. I remember you. Hello. Could I be a right? Okay, I do remember you. That's true. Hi, hi.
Y'all double tap that screen. Chad, double tap that screen.
Yes, it is late, isn't it? It's very late. It's 1 in the morning for me. It is late, I know. Well, thanks for joining.
Y'all double tap that screen. Jordan, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Run these
All
likes up,
right, see
y'all.
you later. Okay, take care. Thank you for coming. Right. Thanks for coming. It's okay. Take care. Bye bye.
The fuck is this six at the house party? Man, she must be with Jason. Who that little bitch in the corner? She must be with braces. I'm married to the money. I fucking and I dated. I ain't trying to walk, but I hit Dougie and made it. You can't be my girlfriend because I suck at dating. The way I seen the cops and Drake the whip, bro, I must be Haitian. Told this nigga I would beat the odds. Don't give a fuck about hating. Niggas let's get that 12 dub, y'all. Let's get that 12 dub. My niggas, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chick. I can't talk the sports car, but I suck at racing. I caught a Glock console. This bitch tough at painting. I just wish this shit was blocked so it be fucking safe. I just fucked these bitches in a master bed. I made your bitch titty fuck me. I really asked her head. Welcome to the chat, y'all. Welcome to the chat. Bro, I'm the last of bed. Grab a Glock and crack you in your skull like an uncut egg. I'm in the room with three bitches. I think I'm special ed. You got to talk in the room. Be playing Simon Says. My nigga Will in the back taking pictures. He doing money spreads. And freaky bitches tried to pull my hair off and cut my dreads. Nigga claim he was gonna spin. He put it on his dreads. I got a Glock and aimed at your top and made you use your head. I've been in. I double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. I've been in broke your little jaw, fed you wonder bread. Kick flip and Jackie Chan kick and make you break your leg. I've been in history 20 times to make you break your head. I popped the perk and mixed it with some drink. I'm finna take my meds. I woke up and I left the scene jerky. I'm finna make my bed. Right, bitch. One more minute, y'all. One more minute. For a while, I put your time up. Go and get the towel and get back down and let time fuck. Soon as time down, come and niggas, the bitch is my fuck. Grab the towel and throw that bitch on the ground cause my. We got 60 seconds, check. I'm jacket with the fitted cap and not your average show, bitch. Call me landscape, I got grass to blow. How the fuck she at the house party with no ass to throw? Bitch, lucky I got cash to blow. 5 bands on the B&B, but I scratched the dough. Bitch said she fuck with wave heads, had to stash the pros. She can slide to the house party and smash the O. Sit down and eat. I'm gonna count to 3. If you don't, I have a problem.